We'll try not to make this too energetic of a class, just right. That's what we're going for. All right, so come to a nice seat, nice comfortable seat. Just peek down, make sure that your knees are landing over your ankles. You can always take a block between your feet. Sometimes that feels nice. Block between thighs also can be nice. Not necessary if you have them available and you like how that feels, feel free to do that. Another thing that you might do here is take a strap around your legs. And then that's nice because you can find that action of pressing into the block, but then also pressing out to the strap. So sometimes that's nice to just give us a little feedback. And again, none of this is necessary, but if you do have these props available at your home practice and you want to play with how that feels, you are welcome to do so. Let's start to roll our shoulders back a few times. Kind of just listening to what's going on. Mine are extra crunchy. Welcome, Amy Hillman. And then you can start to roll forward. Let's roll back again. And then just allow your shoulder blades to release down your back. You can take your hands either to your thighs. If it feels nice to just have your arms extended long by your sides, you're welcome to do that too. If at any point that starts to feel like it's too much gravity weighing on your arms, just place your hands back down on your thighs. But maybe you want to start here today. Allow your eyelids to close here. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And open your mouth. Sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. Couple more times like that. Smooth, full, deep inhale. Let go of the week so far, the to-do list today, anything that might be stressing you out, just sigh it out on that exhale. And then do this a couple more times at your pace. And then as you're ready, you begin to find that inhale through your nose and then also that exhale through your nose. Perhaps you're constricting the sides of your throat, so you begin to create that, or you hear that soft rush of air. If you're doing that, this is a nice heating breath. It helps to build the heat inside the body. Some days we want a little less. So if that's where you're at today, you're just inhaling and exhaling through your nose without that constriction of the sides of the throat. Now, as you're breathing here, use the breath to help you find length. So that happens on the inhale. You hold on to that length, but as you exhale, you send the breath down into your sit bones, into your feet. So it anchors you. And from that anchoring feeling, again, on the inhale, you expand, you grow taller, you get more spacious. Couple more moments here. And again, if arms are by your sides and that's starting to feel a little intense, maybe you just place your hands back on your thighs. And do a little check-in with your shoulders. Make sure that they're not creeping up around your ears. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. And then allow your eyelids to gently blink open. You can take hands to thighs if they're not there already. Let's just start to rock around in the pelvic girdle. These can be big circles, little circles. You can kind of mix it up. Can allow the neck and shoulders to dip. And you're just observing how the hips are feeling, how the spine is feeling. Still really early in our practice, so still warming the body up. So things can feel a little intense, a little tight. And we're going to notice as we're here together for the next 45 minutes or so, how things start to open up. Let's start to switch directions here. Good work. All right, we're going to come slowly back to a nice tall seat. So finding center and then maybe making any little adjustments that you need to here. If you're using the blocks and you're tired of using them, you can just let them go. And then let's just take this right into our cat-cow. So as you inhale, shoulder heads press back, you rock to the front of your sit bones. So you find a little cobra pose in your upper body. Exhale, we move in the opposite direction. So towards the backs of your sit bones, chin towards chest. And you're continuing like this with your breath. If you're feeling a little lethargic today, maybe you speed the breath up slightly. If you're feeling a little anxious, a little overwhelmed, there's too much on the to-do list, maybe stretch your breath out a little bit. So using the breath to help modulate how we're feeling energetically. And that's a good little trick that you can do when you're not even specifically doing your yoga practice, but out in the world, having a moment. You can use the breath to help find center. It's almost like a little self-soothing. Let's do several more rounds here. So just opening up the spine, you're noticing how yours is feeling today. You're observing the mobility that's happening in the upper spine, the mid spine, the lower spine. There's places that are easier for all of us. There are places that are a little tighter. And then you're also noticing how it feels to move here with the breath. So one movement per breath. So we're finding this idea of vinyasa. Vinyasa happens when we connect movement with breath. And it's really nice. It has this calming quality, this meditative quality. Might even think of this as like a full body stim. So it's a way of self-soothing. Good, just a couple more rounds here like this. We're going to inhale up to nice tall seat. And as you exhale, go ahead and drop your chin down towards your chest. As you're doing that, Feel the shoulders release down too. So they love to creep up around the ears. Just pretend that somebody's gently pressing down on your shoulders. And you're listening again to that sound of your breath, that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. So the breath really weaves all of the poses together, our yoga practice together. We lose it sometimes. So we just remind ourselves to keep checking in there. Good. So let's keep our chin tucked. Just go about a quarter of the way towards that right shoulder, and we'll hang out here for several breaths. Observe how the sensation shifts in your neck, maybe in the backs of the shoulders, shoulder blade area. And again, you're just reminding those shoulders to keep releasing down. Keep the chin tucked. And then we bring that right ear towards that right shoulder. And again, everything kind of shifts. The sensation shifts where we're getting that stretch. It moves. So you're noticing that. You can visualize your exhale going to any places that are particularly tight. So it's creating a little space, a little ease. Finally, here, if you'd like to release your left hand down for a couple of breaths, that might intensify where you're feeling the stretch. You might even take that arm out to an angle. Ooh, that gets into some interesting spots. So, of course, as you're going to these different places, if it ever feels too intense or like too much, you skip it. You just go back to where you were before. And we all know that we've practiced yoga a really long time. So we're always making modifications. That's true for you at home. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can skip things, you can modify things, you can do an entirely different pose. All right, so let's stay here with our right ear towards that right shoulder, chin slightly tucked. And let's just do like a little modified side stretch, not even really a side stretch. Just kind of getting into the neck a little different. And we'll do some side stretching a little later. So definitely different when we're keeping the chin tucked here. Oftentimes we bring the gaze up. And just notice how that helps you to find a little more side bend. I guess notice how not doing that means that you sit a little more upright. So since we're doing the opposite here, good. One more deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release that left arm. Keep the chin tucked. Come back to center. So chin towards chest, shoulder blades releasing down your back, and a few more breaths here, just right down the center. Maybe the second time we're here, it's starting to feel a little easier. You're feeling a little more lengthening and opening in the back of the neck. Sometimes, some days, that's just really hard to find. So a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. The neck does a lot of work. So relative to the size of the muscles, they're working hard compared to the weight of the skull, the weight of the brain. So always really nice to take some slow attention like this, kind of breathe some space into the muscles. Chin stays tucked. Go ahead and make that quarter turn to the left. Paying attention to this right side. Where are you feeling sensation now? Where have things intensified? Have you started to grip anywhere as a result? Can you soften in those spots? And then chin as stays tucked, but we come all the way over. So left ear towards left shoulder. Perhaps releasing right hand down. This side might be different in your body, so it doesn't need to look like the other side. We can always modify side to side. And you might even reach through the fingertips, gets to an interesting area, almost in the armpit area. Are you breathing? Reconnect with that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. And then maybe release your left fingertips down. Keep the chin tucked. So right arm up and over. You can skip the arm if that's hard on the shoulder. You could always bend the elbow. So lots of different variations here. Just a few breaths like this. It's not a deep side bend. Beautiful work. As you exhale, release that right arm, and then chin staying tucked. One more time down the center. And your hands might be on your thighs here. Maybe you're releasing them by your side. Breath smooth and steady. Good. As you inhale, chin gently lifts. And then let's do a little side to side stretching here. So just starting to flow with the breath again, finding that idea of vinyasa. As you inhale, left arm reaches up and over. So head just kind of does its own thing here. So we're not tucking the chin. And then just moving with the breath. So inhaling, arm comes up, exhale, release. Just moving at a pace that feels good to you. Your eyes might be open here. If they are, you're keeping your gaze soft and gentle. It's not looking around. Your eyes might be closed here, assuming that you feel safe and stable. And with the head more neutral, just notice how you are able to side bend a little deeper. Let's do a few more complete cycles before we come into hold on each side. Again, just enjoying this rhythm, this movement in your body, the meditative quality it has, this way of helping us to find space and ease. So let's say the next time that you're leaning off to the right, you hang out there. Maybe looking up underneath the top arm this time. Keep allowing that right shoulder blade to release down. Feel those sit bones press, especially that left one, which is wanting to get a little light here. Again, you can modify by releasing this left arm by your side. Maybe you bend the elbow, give the head a little support. If that feels good, you can even lean that left elbow back. These look terrific. All right, exhale, release that left arm down, and then inhale, leaning off to the left as right arm reaches up and over. There's a little twist, subtle, of these left ribs up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're gazing up underneath that top arm. Can you bring a little more weight, a little more gravity to that right sit bone? Again, modify here, maybe bending that right elbow, leaning that elbow back, get a little more like armpit, chest area opening, even a little support for the neck, which can feel nice. Beautiful work. Let's exhale, come back to center, and let's move into some sun salutes here. So if you were using props, a strap, you can go ahead, you could actually still use them. I'm going to go ahead and lose them here. I'm going to use my blocks by the side of my feet. That's a really nice adjustment as we come into our half forward fold. So that just serves to bring the floor a little bit closer. Good. So finding that setup, maybe just readjusting your posture. So moving forward in your chair a little bit. Find those sit bones, peek down at feet, make sure that they're about hips distance apart. Good. And then let's release our arms by our sides. So sitting nice and tall, rooting down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Beautiful. Let's just hold here for a couple of breaths. Imagine that there's a string attached to your sternum and somebody's just gently pulling you up, maybe so much so that you start to bring your gaze up. You're inhaling through your nose, you're exhaling through your nose. You're keeping that breath nice and steady. From here, we're going to come into a forward fold, our Uttanasana. A couple ways you might get there. If you feel safe and stable, you can reverse swan dive in. Some of us are going to take our hands to our thighs and slowly roll on down. So fingertips might come to the blocks here. They might come all the way to the earth. Chin is gently releasing towards your chest. Back of the neck, nice and long. So a tight little forward fold. And of course, that's relative to how these feel in your body. So some of us, forward folding is a little intense. It doesn't feel good. So you go less far. You could even be resting on a table or a desk in front of you. And we're going to inhale into our half forward fold, our Ardha Uttanasana. So that can look like a couple of things. Hands pressing to your shins or thighs, or this can be where you use your blocks on the side of your feet. And this is like a cobra pose here. So shoulder heads are pressing back. You're feeling a little lift of your sternum up towards the ceiling. Really nice breath, smooth and steady. Open across your heart and chest. One more deep inhale. As we exhale, we return back to our full forward fold, our Uttanasana. Using gravity here, using this forward fold to help find space between the discs and the vertebra and the spine. And then we come back into our extended mountain pose. So again, you could reverse swan dive out, especially if you're wanting to work the core a little bit, you feel stable. Maybe you just roll on up using your hands to help you get there. And then take the arms out wide. Couple of breaths. See how long you can get. And again, maybe you're bringing your gaze up. Maybe you're pressing your palms together. As you exhale, let's all bring our hands down, heart center. So finding our even standing, samastitihi. Let's connect all of that together now. So moving one pose per breath. Release your arms by your side. So there's gentle external rotation. So your palms are spinning out. Rooting into your sit bones and feet as you inhale, take up space as you rise up. Exhaling through your nose, fold all the way into your Uttanasana, whatever that might look like for you. Inhaling, lengthening through the sides of your waist, finding that back bend, that cobra, feeling Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, you fold back in. And then inhale, rooting down to rise up. Really lovely. As you exhale, hands return to heart center. We're going to do a few more of those. So inhale, take up space. You can also be reaching your arms forward if that feels better in your body and your shoulder girdle for any reason, or if the space you're in dictates that. As you exhale, you slowly roll on in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhaling, folding. Rooting down to rise up. Extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. So let's do two more of these. I'm not going to cue you. You can follow along with me. Perhaps you just want to move with your breath. Let these feel really good, really lovely, really spacious in your body, really graceful. Soak up that sound, that rhythm of your breath. Good. And when you're done with that second round, you're just pausing in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, palms together at your heart. Eyes closed. You're doing a little check-in here, noticing how you're feeling. You might be feeling a little heat inside the body. You might be feeling a little space, greater sense of ease. The breath might be moving a little faster. Let's blink our eyes open here. Let's keep our palms pressing vigorously towards heart center. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, tiny little movement. Just twist to the right. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, keep both sit bones pressing, knees even. Twist to the left. Inhale to center. Good. Couple more like that. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Good, and then exhale, we're gonna twist here. Keep breathing, so inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose, using that exhale to help release your shoulders down. Next inhale, let's take the arms out wide. And then as you exhale, you're gonna grab a piece of chair behind you. You're gonna bring your left hand to the inside of your left thigh, or perhaps to the outside of your right thigh, finding cobra pose feeling again in the upper body. Even though we're twisting here, shoulder blades keep releasing down towards your sit bones. As that happens, you're pressing your shoulder heads back behind you. And then you're just moving your gaze out towards your right shoulder. It might not get all the way there, so you just stop if you start to feel any sensation in your neck. Couple more good breaths. Good. Deep inhale. As you exhale, unwind, come back to center. And then let's inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just a few times again. So really vigorously press palms in towards each other. Deep inhale. Exhale, little twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, little twist to the right. Good, back to center here. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, you twist to the left. Keep rooting into your sit bones. Inhale, stretch the arms out wide. Take a couple of breaths here. Just imagine that you have two friends holding onto your wrists or gently tractioning you apart. Feeling those right ribs wrap to the left. Go ahead and release hands down. So that front hand in particular, depending upon how twisting feels in your body on this side, maybe that right hand is to the inside of the right thigh. Maybe it comes all the way to the outside of your left thigh. Wherever you're at, you're just using that leg, hand, working against each other to find a little leverage to twist in. Feel that lift of your sternum. Chin is nice and even to the floor, but you might be bringing your gaze out over that left shoulder. Breath smooth and steady, inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. Good. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, you unwind, come back to center. Good, and then let's just roll the shoulders out a little bit here. Roll forward. Good, roll back again. And then let's come into our eagle pose legs. We'll take this into the arms as well, and then we'll add a little twisting on here. So we're gonna take our right thigh and cross it over the left thigh. And as you find this, find your sit bones. Both hip bones are facing forward. Can imagine that there's like vice grips on your outer hips and they're just squeezing in. So that might help you to sit a little taller, just the imagery of that. And then from here, let's inhale, take the arms out wide. And a little twist. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. It feels a little different with the legs in this configuration. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, a little twist to the left. Inhale, center. And then exhale, twisting here. Really reach out through your fingertips. Get wide across the backs of your shoulders. And then again, just release hands down. Left hand comes to the outside of that right thigh. Shoulder heads press back. Rooting into both sit bones, outer hips squeeze in, lower belly pulls in and up. Maybe bringing your gaze out over your right shoulder. Couple more breaths. Find that inhale through your nose. Find that exhale through your nose. All right, so stay in this twist, but as you inhale, extend your arms out wide again. Exhale, come to center, and we're going to give ourselves a hug here. Right arm comes underneath. So elbows stack on top of each other, just grabbing the outer edges of your shoulders. You can stay here like this with elbows gently lifting. If you want to bring the backs of your hands together, kind of pretzel your arms, bring palms to press, you can do that as well. So all good places to be, they're stretching the same things. So you root into your sit bones, think shoulder blades releasing towards your sit bones, elbows gently lifting, and let's turn this into a little cat-cow here. So as you inhale, rock forward, elbows lift. As you exhale, round in, elbows towards chest, chin towards chest. Inhaling, lifting, arching in your lumbar. Exhaling, rounding in. A couple more rounds. Good, so let's inhale. Just come to neutral here, unwrap the arms, stretch them up. Good, and then as we exhale, we're gonna side bend again. So leaning off to the right. And you might notice that the sensation shifts a little bit. This lower left waist with the right leg crossed on top. A few more breaths here. Bend this top arm if that feels better in your body. Can especially be nice if it feels like the neck needs a little support. Good, one more deep inhale. Exhale into your sit bones, anchor there, and then inhale, upright yourself, just release your arms by your side, nice work. We're gonna take this right thigh, uncross it, and we'll come into our eagle legs on the second side. So left thigh crosses over right thigh. Side might feel a lot different. Imagine that you've got those vice grips or corn cob holders, just pressing, helping everything squeeze into the midline. So you root into the sit bones as you feel the lower belly pull in and up. You're getting all of that beautiful length. So sitting nice and tall. And then we inhale, take the arms out wide here. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, a little twist to the right. Inhale back to center. One more full cycle like that. Good. Inhale. Exhale, rather. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting right. Inhaling to center. And then exhale. We twist left here. Go ahead and release, hands down. Pressing into your sit bones, especially that left sit bone. It's even more challenging with the legs crossed like this. Gently rolling your shoulder heads back. Maybe bringing your gaze out over your left shoulder. These look beautiful. Inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your nose. Good, you're gonna extend your arms out wide. So staying in the twist, nice deep inhale. Exhale to center. And then we give ourselves that hug here. So left arm underneath. So again, lots of options. Elbows just stacking and lifting as you hold on to the outer edges of your shoulders. Maybe backs of the hands press, maybe palms press. So all good places to be. Inhale. Elbows lift, rock forward on your sit bones, arch in your lumbar. Exhale, move in the opposite direction, chin towards chest, elbows towards belly, backs of sit bones. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding in, couple more. Okay, let's inhale. Back to center. And then we're going to find that side stretch here. So go ahead and release your arms and then take that right arm up and over. So feeling all of that length through the right side of the waist. Left ribs gently wrapping up as you anchor into that right sit bone. These look terrific. Good. On your inhale, upright yourself. And then just uncross that left thigh. So find your nice Tadasana, your nice mountain pose. We're just going to do a few rounds of our box breath. So symmetrical breath. We're going to inhale to the count of 6, pause to the count of 6, exhale to the count of 6, and then pause to the count of 6. Do a few rounds of that together and then on your own, and then we'll move into our Shavasana. So let's close our eyes here. Make sure that you have a nice, comfortable seat. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Full, complete exhale through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So continue a few more rounds on your own. If you've had enough, just start to move into your Shavasana. If you want a little more, just continue with this breath. But we all move to our final resting pose eventually. So you'll just find a spot when you're done with this pranayama where you feel comfortable, whatever that might look like in your body. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyoti gamaya. Mrityo mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Let your next inhale be deeper. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. Begin to bring a little gentle movement back to your body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe stretching the arms up overhead. So just any movement that feels good here. And you're going to eventually land with your palms in a pile on top of your heart. Final check-in here, noticing how you feel differently than when we started. Observing the space that you've created in your body, the quiet, the calm that you've created in your head. Send yourself love and gratitude. Send your body love and gratitude for showing up and working hard. Promise yourself that you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day and week ahead. And finally, just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work today, everybody. Thank you. Namaste.